says, you know, if players are here, don't spawn in like these 1 or 2 spawn locations because they are visible from the surviving player's position. I mean, it's pretty simple. Unless they do like a general thing that basically just checks to see what side of the map players are on. I really don't know how they do it, but it's id voodoo. Alright, so Pyro's still holding on to his 4 frag lead. Now, Steve-O, I know that you've played quite a bit in your days. If you had some pointers for Rans, what might they be going up against the likes of Pyro?
Really, it's all about the grinding his armor down, because you know Pyros is one of those players that's going to control the map far better than someone such as Ranzo is, based off of what I've seen. And he just has to stay away and pick away at him as much as possible.
Right, so maybe a little bit of railgun peek shots, a little bit of rocket corner play, and figuring out how to not engage Pyro. Yeah, I would agree there.
Most definitely. Guerrilla warfare at its finest.
And of course, the other bit of it is trying to get control of a couple of items, and if you don't have the stack to challenge, then at least show up for them for that split second. Like right here, red armor, where's Rans? He's nowhere to be seen. We'd love to see him just, even if you can't get the item, be nearby so that he can hear when it gets picked up. That way he'll know the timing of it. And then, of course, if he's got the position for it, he can take a shot. He can, you know, try to get that peak rail while Pyro is rocket jumping up to the red armor, or land a rocket right where Mega Health spawns, as Pyro is going to be dropping in to get it. You know, Pyro getting a 6 frag there.
Yeah, many of the newer players don't quite understand yet that a simple rocket, when somebody's picking up that red armor, will negate that red armor completely.
Yeah. Yeah, assuming it's a square shot, it's, you know, 100 damage, boom, done. And same thing with the Mega. If you can nail somebody real quick as they pick up the Mega, it's pretty much useless. Rand's doing a nice job there. He waited at the GL. Pyro rocket jumped up, lost all of his armor, and now Rans has an opportunity. Oh, look at that, 3 health! And Pyro is able to pull Rans out of the air. This should be a frag. There it is. Rans is able to convert real quick and pick up Mega Health. That's going to be huge, because now, with the grab of the next armor over at Plasma, Rans has a chance to get back at red armor well before it spawns. Now, Pyro is waiting for him. Look at that. Nice work by Pyro. He's got to be careful here, because that LG is eating him apart, and he doesn't have any armor. But Rans, you need to be very careful about being too aggressive. There's the opportunity right there. When he had Pyro going vertical, that's when Rans could have struck with that LG, but he had already kind of turned his sights away a little bit. Now we've got a double frag, and Mega was not picked up. It's going to go to Pyro. Pyro getting the favorable spawn. Does not pick up that LG, though, so only has an MG as he runs away. Pyro quickly grabbing control, able to pick up a yellow, red armor, and Mega. That's going to leave very little in Rans' arsenal. He's got himself a yellow armor plus a bit of shard work. 76 armor, 90 health. Back over to Pyro's point of view. I would say, oh, there it is. There it is, the little peak railage. Now, Pyro doing an interesting thing here, and he backs into Mega. He's going to be able to get red armor. He's got the position for it. Oh! Shut my mouth. Rans just totally stole that red armor away with a nice rocket jump that propelled him straight in front of Pyro. Pyro not able to really do any damage against Rans. Rans, though, was hurting as he picked up that red. So, you know, still, this is kind of anybody's game here. at least this frag anyway, the lead definitely is in Pyro's favor. But right now, Pyro not doing too well. Rands able to pick up that armor, but here just one rail, and one more will do it. There it is. Pyro, good lord. Every time Pyro gets weak, he turns around and uses that rail to great effect. Now he's down to 42 health. Let's see if we can do it one more time. He's got one more shot before he goes down, and there it is. I think Rands might have run out of cells there. Either way, it is now 12-3, and Pyro looking good. Only a minute and a half left to go. Pyro's going to hang on to his crown. Nice rails as Pyro forces Rands off of the upper platform down to the lower bowels of the map, and then just uses that vertical advantage for vertical vengeance. 13-3, 10 frag lead. Rands looking to get a bit of LG love, but I'm looking, and Rands' LG, for all that he was holding down the button, really didn't do a lot of damage there, and you know, that's really hurting him. And so here, yeah, we're still seeing that lightning gun. It hits a lot of that sort of stairwell banister more than it hits his opponent. Rands does another great move, flying in and grabbing that mega, stealing that mega away. But 15-4, this is going to go in Pyro's favor. So we're going to see the next challenger in about half a minute. Let's take a look at stats. We've got Pyro sitting at a 33%, best weapon being the railgun. And there's a fine LG battle. Pyro down to 60 health, but Rands is down to 12. So this next encounter might be the end of somebody. If we take a look, Rands is sitting at 20% accuracy, yeah, with best weapon being the grenade launcher. So that really is the that accuracy difference very key in how this match played out. We have ourselves a score of 15-4 as the final, and Rands was again doing that with 140 ping, but all right. So here we've got
that's really one of the big things about ZTN. If you rails on, you're going to win.
Yeah, well, I would say if your opponent has a really good LG and they can pull those battles close, that can kind of turn the tables.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, it really sort of depends. Of course, it also depends on the style. You know, a lot of times, you know, if you've got an aimer, you know, somebody that's all about lining up those rails and hitting, you know, every single shot, versus somebody who's got a bit more of a head game, where they're a bit more concerned with item dominance. You know, it really doesn't matter how many rails you hit if you're not controlling the map. You know, usually that reload time on the weapon can be very detrimental to your health. So, you know, it sort of, I would say, depends more on the style of the player. But then again, you know, Steve-O definitely knows what he's talking about. So I'll just say that it's situational. All right, so we have seen the start here of House of Decay, Pyro, and Skater, Van Skater at that, facing off. This map does not have a railgun, so we're going to see if Pyro uses it for a clutch. I don't think so, though. We've seen Pyro enough to know that he's pretty proficient with every weapon in the arsenal. And there's a couple of pops with the shotgun that throw off the shotgun work. Sorry, a couple of pops with the rocket launcher that throw off the shotgun work of Van Skater, and first blood goes to Pyro to make that second blood with a 2-0 for Pyro. And from what I can see right here, based on movement and aggression, Pyro is just lighting the fire, folks. Yeah, a lot of those cells missing. As Van Skater was trying to line up the LG, he walks straight into Pyro, and that's going to give Pyro a 5th frag.
It's really nice to see the new players and the old players alike taking to this map.
Yeah, and I think out of the newer maps, this one's really kind of grown on me.
I think my favorite thing about it is probably watching the matches on here, especially that